This is the Benetti B.Yond 37m Never Say Never. This is such great design. And when this series was launched, it proved to be one of the most groundbreaking designs that Benetti has ever produced. It's a 37-meter yacht, but with a gross tonnage of well over 400, it has the volume of a 50-meter yacht. It's 4 decks, steel hull, aluminium superstructure. It also has a Siemens diesel-electric propulsion system. But it's the way they've used all of that space that is so interesting and impressive. And in this tour, I'm going to show you why. So let's get going. I'm Jack Haines. Welcome to YachtBuyer. Never Say Never Again is currently on the market with TWW Yachts for just under 25 million euros. We'll put a link to the brokerage listing in the description below and in the pinned comment. Before we get into it though, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, and you'll never miss another tour like this one. First things first, it is the day of the Rugby World Cup final, and we have some very excited rugby fans on the boat next door. So if you hear some screaming through the mic, that's what it is. But we're going to start here on this part of the boat. You've got access down here to the beach club and into the crew space. We're going to go through all of that at the end of the tour, technical spaces, all that stuff. But for now, I want to show you this really interesting area because we're going to drop down here onto the main deck, which uniquely is where you find the tender garage. We've got a Williams jet tender over here on this side, and you have drop-down platforms on either side, so you can launch these toys from either side of the yacht. And it's semi-open as well. It's not a fully enclosed space. It's quite bright, good place to work, and obviously a very contained place to have a good tender and some water toys. However, we're going to carry on back out of here and move up this staircase to the upper deck. This is a really unique part of the B.Yond's design. So you have this aft cockpit area with a mix of low slung, chilled out seating, dining table here as well. But what's really impressive is this interior deck here. So let's head inside. As we move inside and swing the camera around, you'll notice that we have this unbroken view right forward past the dining table to the foredeck where you have the hot tub. With the bridge deck above, the main deck below, that leaves this area completely free for this amazing connection aft to forward where you have that living space outside, living space inside in the middle, and then the jacuzzi right forward. It's so effective, and it makes this a really great deck space where you've got comfortable living space here, bar area here on the port side where it's very easy to serve guests, not only in here, but also out on the cockpit over there. And this central staircase obviously links all of the decks. We'll talk more about this later on, but what's really clever about this design is through the use of glass, open treads, sort of blends into the interior. It's not right in the middle, feeling like it's in the way. It's very subtly integrated into all of the decks, especially here where you have the glass balustrades. This is a great dining space, and how nice to be this far forward. You're inside, you're well protected, but you have magnificent views. You've got these lovely curved doors as well, so views out are great, and you obviously get loads of natural light pouring in here, some beautiful detailing in the lighting as well. There's a servery here as well, so the crew can serve guests at the dining table, crew pantry in there as well, and access to the crew spaces. But this is what's really lovely, is that you have use of the front of this deck here, so you can hit the button on the doors, step outside into another outdoor living space, and it's a really good one because this is where you find the hot tub. You have sunbathing space around it, protection overhead from a canopy that you can put up and down, and just some freestanding furniture here. Of course, this space is incredibly flexible. If you don't want a hot tub, you just want sunbathing space, you can do that. But it works so well, and it's the way that it connects to that interior that is such a treat on board this yacht. Now, I think we should head back inside and explore some of the other decks. We're dropping down onto the main deck now, and the brilliant layout of this yacht means that this is a deck just dedicated to guest living space. This is where you have your 4 guest cabins, But you also have this really lovely communal area which is decked out with a big TV, comfortable sofa over here, little table down here where you can play cards, and then this brilliant viewing platform over here where you have the 4 chairs lined up right under the big picture window there. It works really nicely, and if there's families on board, it's just a really lovely space to all spend time together amid all of your cabins. Now if we head forward, we're going to check out one of the 2 identical doubles we've got over here. And yeah, this is a really nicely put together space. Very comfortable, very quiet, very bright as well. Nice big amount of window here so you get good natural light. And of course, all of these cabins have their own beautifully kitted out private bathrooms, and they also serve as mini walk-in wardrobes as well. It's a really cool piece of design. Then if we head amidships, we've got 2 more double cabins, and hopefully you can see as we flow back through here how well this sort of sociable area in the middle of everything works. It's a really nice place for guests to come and hang out on their own deck. You have access for crew on this side and a dumbwaiter, so again, food and drinks can be served to this deck really easily. And then we'll just drop inside one of the 2, again, they're identical amidships double cabins. Slightly larger, really beautiful design again. Of course, you have your bathroom down there, and there's a nice big run of wardrobes down here, really subtly integrated actually into the cabin space, and you tuck around the corner and you find the bathroom. From the guest accommodation, I think we should head up a couple of decks and check out where the owner sleeps. And this is another standout feature aboard the B.Yond 37m. We have the bridge behind me, we're going to show you that in a moment, but I've got to show you this. This is the owner's deck. So you walk in here, this is the cabin door here, straight into this amazing bathroom, beautiful marble here, twin sinks, and would you look at the view from that shower? Think about how high up on the boat we are, what amazing views you'd have from that when you're using the boat out on the water. Spectacular stuff. Opposite me you have a walk-in wardrobe, and then we move into the main cabin where you have this great split arrangement with a sofa and a desk over on the port side, and then here to starboard you have your double bed right next to this picture window where you've got great views lying in bed. And what this also creates is a completely private outdoor terrace for the owner. There's no access down either side. The only way you can get here is through the owner's cabin, so you can completely sail it off and enjoy it totally privately. These electric doors, you can pin them open as well, so you can get the sounds of the sea rushing in when you're lying in bed in the morning. You're in this fabulous elevated position. This is such great design. We're going to stay on this deck now, head forward and take you to the bridge. Here we are inside the bridge then, and one thing to point out at first is that there is a watch cabin tucked around the corner here with a single berth and a bathroom, so that the team can be close to this area when they're on watch, but they can get some rest when they're taking shifts, and it's all very close to this area when the boat is on passage. One of the most interesting things about this series, the B.Yond series, is the option to have diesel electric hybrid drive. And what that means is you get a pair of conventional MAN diesel engines, but they are also connected to electric motors, and then you have the shaft and the prop in line after those. You've also got a pair of generators and an enormous battery bank. What does that mean? Well, you have a few different modes that you can run this yacht in. You have diesel only mode where it runs like a traditional yacht. You can also run it in mode where you run it off the generators. They call that enhanced comfort mode, just because it's a bit quieter running the generators, which are then running the electric motors rather than the engines. And interestingly, you can also run it off one engine turning both electric motors, and the skipper said that's his favourite mode because you're putting no load on the generators, you're putting load on one engine, and you can switch between which engine that is, so one engine isn't getting all of the hours. It's efficient, it's quiet, and it also means that you're not having loads of load going through all of the equipment. You can also run completely silently, just on the electric motors, and because you have that enormous battery bank, you can be on anchor for 7 or 8 hours running everything, air conditioning, stabilizers, all of your normal hotel services just off the battery bank. Very quiet, no generators running, really does make that anchor experience much more comfortable. It's a brilliant system, it's expensive, around 2 million euros, but according to the skipper, it's a real game changer when it comes to running a yacht of this size. As for performance, well, she cruises at about 10 knots, and at that speed on diesel only mode, you're going to get around 5,500 nautical miles of range. So she really will go places. Before we head to the technical spaces, we're going to go back out the bridge, up a level, onto the sun deck. There's no external access to the sun deck. You'd only get there from inside the yacht, but once you're up here, it's a really great space. They've got loads of room to play with. So look at the size of this bar. It's split across with the grill forwards. You have a big prep area here, lovely natural stone on top. It's really heavy, beautiful stuff. Loads and loads of seating and sunbathing space back here. And then of course you've got your dining table right here, top of the yacht, elevated, beautiful views, lovely breeze pouring across this area here in Fort Lauderdale. But this is my favorite area. This bar arranged right forward, finished with the same stone as elsewhere, 3 bar stools right at the front with a great view over the bow. What an amazing place when on passage to sit with a drink, breeze in your face and watch the world go by when the boat's on the move. Absolutely love this area. From the very top of the boat then, let's head to the bottom, to the engine room and crew area. We're going to get to the technical spaces in a moment, but I just want to show you how the aft end of the boat fits together. So this is a beach club. This is a big hatch here that drops down. Ed, cameraman, is standing on the platform now, and that connects really well to the shower on this side, and you've got the sauna over here. Really, really cool feature. Not literally, obviously. And then if we go through this central doorway, there's a door here. You're up this run of steps, and we're back to the main deck and the tender store. Probably remember this from earlier on. And then if we carry on forward, watching our head on the gantry crane, you're through to this door here, which leads down to the lower deck, the crew space and the technical area. Despite all the technical wizardry on board this yacht that Siemens have brought in for the diesel electric system, it actually feels pretty normal in here. I've got the engines either side of me. The only real noticeable difference is you can see the electric motors that are in line aft of the engines. It's a great space though. You can see how much room is in here. I'm 6 foot tall and I've got standing headroom. This ladder here leads back onto deck, and then if we move forward we come into the crew areas. Now the crew are on board. These areas are in use, so we can't film in the main crew space, but we can show you the captain's cabin, which is on the lower deck on this yacht. All of the crew accommodation, galley, everything is on the lower deck, all in the same space for the crew. Captain's cabin over there. I've got one final surprise for you on this deck. If we go through this door, we're back into the guest spaces. Wine store behind me. And if we move aft again, we have a gym space. Now ordinarily this is another cabin, a 6th cabin. You can see we've got the wardrobes up here, but this particular owner wanted to change it out for a gym space. Works really well. You can see you've got space in machines. You've got a bathroom in here anyway, so it's a really cool extra bonus living area that you wouldn't ordinarily get. Thanks very much for watching that tour of the Benetti B.Yond 37m Never Say Never. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like. And if you want to watch more Benetti tours, we did the Oasis 40m Phoenix. You can watch that if you click up here. You can subscribe to YachtBuyer if you click up here. Thanks again for watching. I'm Jack Haines. This is YachtBuyer.